Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. From this video onwards, we are going to start our journey into the world of profit and loss. If you're someone who have been struggling with this topic, then I'm here to help you break it down and help you understand a little bit better. So as we work through the examples and solve problems together, you'll start to see the formulas and concepts come alive. So do not worry, even if it takes a little time to sink in, we'll take it one step at a time and I'll be here to guide you through it. But here's the thing, I don't want you to study profit and loss just for the sake of passing an exam, but I want you to understand how this topic can actually help you in your everyday life. Whether you're running your own business, managing your personal finances, or making smart purchasing decisions, understanding profit and loss can give you a huge edge. So, as we dive into this series, I want you to keep that in mind. Let's not just focus on memorizing formulas and concepts. Let's focus on developing a deeper understanding of how profit and loss works and how it can benefit us in the long run. This is just the beginning of a series, so be sure to stay tuned for future videos where we'll keep building on this concept. I hope you find these videos helpful for your preparation. So let's get started and let me know in the comments if you have any questions or topics that you would like me to cover. So whenever you're studying profit and loss, okay, there are some certain terminologies that one have to be aware of. And I'm sure that every one of you watching this video are aware of those terminologies. That is cost price, selling price, profit or gain, and loss. And other terminologies include discount, mark price, and VAT. Okay, so these are some of the terminologies. So cost price means the amount that you pay to buy something is called as cost price. Selling price means the amount that you sell something for is called as selling price. Okay, and then profit means the amount you earn, okay, when you sell something for more than you paid for. So for example, Azi. So suppose Azi, she bought a book for rupees 20, okay, and then she sold it at a price of rupees 30. So Azi, she's earning an extra amount of rupees 10, right, in this case. So this is cost price and this is selling price. So when the cost price is less than selling price, that means it is a profit. Okay, so this is what the profit is. But suppose if Azi, she bought the book at rupees 20 and then if she sold it at rupees 15, that means that she is losing rupees 5, right? So in this case, when the cost price is more than the SP, that means it is a loss. So this is what profit and loss means. Okay, now regarding discount, so whenever there is a reduction in price of something, okay, that is called as discount. Suppose when you're doing online shopping, okay, so suppose the original price of a piece of clothing is rupees 2000, but they have mentioned that there is 10% discount in this piece of clothing. That means you're getting the shirt at 1800, right? Because 10% of 2000 is how much? So that is 2000 into 10 by 100, right? 0 cancel, 0 cancel. So 10% of 2000 is 200. So when you subtract 2000 with 200, then you're getting as 1800, right? So that means you're getting the particular piece of clothing at rupees 1800, okay, as while its original price was 2000. So that means you're getting a 10% of discount, right? So that is what discount is. Okay, and then discount is given usually to encourage sales. Okay, so as for mark price, so in this, the mark price in this example, okay, the mark price is rupees 2000. So this is mark price means the original price of something before any discount. So this is the mark price in this particular example. Okay, and then value added tax, okay, VAT. So this is value added tax. So this means this is a tax that is added to the price of something, okay, when it is sold. So for example, let's say you bought a t-shirt for rupees 500. So this 500 is cost price, right? And then you sold it at a price of rupees 600. So that means this is your selling price. Now, how much profit you made here? So you made a profit of rupees 100, right? This is profit. Now, suppose that you're offering a 10% of discount. Okay, so 10% of discount in 600 will be how much? So after applying 10% of discount, your this selling price will be how much? Rupees 540. Okay, so this is your selling price after 10% of discount. Okay, so suppose that there is a 5% of value added tax. Okay, then that means you have to add this 5% here in this price. So that means 5% of 540 will be how much? 27, right? So 5% of 540. So see, 5% of 540 is how much? So 0, 0 cancel, 5 2s are 10, 2 2s are 4, 2 7s are 40. So 27 rupees extra you have to include in rupees 540. So when you add 540 plus 27, then you're getting as 567. So after adding a 5% of value added tax, okay, the final price that the customer has to pay is rupees 567. So this is what value added tax means. So this tax is added to the price of something when it is sold. Okay, I hope that these definitions are clear. So these are some of the formulas for profit and loss. Okay, so if you have already memorized this formulas, well and good for you, but if you haven't, okay, don't worry, we'll go through the formulas one by one by solving the problems. Okay, so we'll just briefly discuss these formulas. So let me erase this part first. So these are all the formulas. Okay, so you can just go through a glance of it if you want, but like we will use all these formulas, and with the help of problems I'll help you understand these formulas. Okay, so we will directly proceed with solving the question. So let's start with solving the first question. So the first question is, Mr. Kashyap purchased an air conditioner for rupees 12,000 and then he sold it for rupees 15,000. So what was the profit percentage? So you have to be careful while reading the question whether they are asking only profit or they are asking profit percentage. Okay, so Mr. Kashyap purchased an air conditioner. So that means Mr. Kashyap's CP is this one, yes or no? This is the cost price, and then he sold it for rupees 15,000. So that means this is Mr. Kashyap selling price, right? So we have to find the profit percentage. So the formula for profit percentage is profit profit divided by cost price into 100, right? So in this particular question, the profit is how much, and then we know that profit is SP minus CP, right? So SP minus CP will give you the profit. So the value of SP is how much? 15,000 minus 12,000 divided by cost price is 12,000 into 100. So 15,000 minus 12,000 will give you 3,000 divided by 12,000 into 100. So this 0 can be cancelled, this 0 can be cancelled, this 0 can be cancelled. So we know that 3 4s are 12, right? So and then 4 25s are 100. So that means the profit percentage is rupees 25%. So your correct answer is option number C, that is 25%. Okay, always remember that profit and loss, okay, this is always reckoned on cost price. So suppose you in a similar question, if they are telling you to find the loss percentage, that means you will use this similar formula, but the thing is, instead of profit here, you will use loss. Okay, and then CP you will write it as same into 100. Okay, so whenever any question is telling you to find profit percent or loss percent, then you will use this formula. So that means you have already known two formulas, right? So let's go to the next question. So next question, See here in this question, we have to find the percentage loss. Okay, so you try to do this question by pausing this video and then you see whether you're getting the same answer or not. Because in the previous question, I've already explained you the formula for percentage loss. So Arjun bought the battery at rupees 2516. Okay, so this is Arjun's cost price and then he sold it at rupees 2272. So that means this is Arjun's selling price. So if you see this, the cost price is more than selling price, right? So that means Arjun incurred a loss. So the formula for loss percentage is loss divided by cost price into 100. So remember that loss and profit, okay, it is always reckoned on cost price. Okay, don't write SP here. Okay, this should always be CP. Now loss means what? Loss is cost price minus SP. So cost price minus SP is 2516 minus 2272 divided by CP is how much? 2516 into 100. So if you solve this, then 2516 minus 2272, you will get 244 divided by 2516 into 100. Okay, so if you solve this, you will get the answer as 9.69%. You're finding loss percentage, right? So the unit should always be in percentage. Okay, so option B is your correct answer. So let's go with the next question. Now, a laptop is purchased at rupees 25,600 by a shopkeeper and then he sold it at rupees 31,000. Okay, so that means this is the shopkeeper's cost price, right? This 25,000 is the shopkeeper cost price and then this is the selling price of the shopkeeper. The shopkeeper also spent rupees 1,000 on shipping. So you have to find the profit percentage. Okay, so remember that this 1,000, this is spent by the shopkeeper, right? And then the shopkeeper, he purchased the laptop. So the final cost price will be rupees 25,600 plus rupees 1,000. Okay, so this is the final cost price because the shopkeeper has spent an additional amount, right, on shipping. Okay, so in this type of questions, you have to be careful that who is paying the extra amount. So suppose here are two guys, okay, guy 1 and then guy 2. Suppose this guy is buying the product at rupees 3,000, okay, and then he spent rupees 1,000 in repair. Okay, so that means his total CP will be how much? 4,000, right? And then now after doing the repair, he's selling at rupees 5,000. Okay, so that this 1,000 extra, okay, because he is the one who spent this 1,000 extra, right? So that means this will go into the cost price of this guy. Now suppose that this same guy, okay, he bought this at 3,000 and then he sold it at rupees 5,000 to another guy, okay, here. Now suppose this guy, he spent rupees 1,000 extra for repair. Okay, that means this is the CP and then this is the final SP. So final SP will be how much? This plus this will give you 6,000, right? So that is the difference. Okay, I hope I'm clear with this explanation. So now in this question, the shopkeeper is spending the extra 1,000, right? So that means the final cost price will be rupees 26,600. If okay, he sold at rupees 31,000 and then the person who bought this one spent the extra 1,000, that means the selling price will be rupees 3,200. Okay, the 1,000 extra will be added here in the selling part. But in this question, the shopkeeper is spending, right, the extra amount, so that's why we're doing it here. Okay, we're adding here in this section. Now the selling price is how much? Selling price is rupees 31,000. Now you have to find the profit percentage. So we know the formula of profit percentage, that is profit divided by cost price into 100. So profit is 31000 minus 26600 divided by cost price is how much? 26600 into 100. Now if you subtract 3100 minus 26600, you will get 4400. Okay, divided by 26600 into 100. Now this 0 can be cancelled. Now if you divide, okay, then you will get the final answer as 6.54%. Okay, so in this type of questions, the only thing that you have to be aware of is the extra amount. Okay, so you have to be aware, okay, and then you have to observe that who is spending this extra amount. Okay, then you will get the correct answer. So option number C is the correct answer for this particular question. So let's move on to the next question. Next, the cost price of an article is ₹7840. What should be the selling price of the article so that there is a profit of 7%? Okay, so cost price is given and then profit person is given. Okay, this is profit person. Now in this question you have to find the selling price. Okay, so when cost price is given and profit person is given, the formula for selling price is this one: 100 plus profit person divided by 100 into CP. Okay, so this is the formula. Whenever you get this type of questions and you have to find the selling price, okay, when profit person is given and cost price is given, you just use this formula, then you will get the answer is 100 plus profit person is how much? 7, right? And then 100 into cost price is how much? 7840. So 107 divided by 100 into 7840. If you solve, you will get the answer as ₹8388.8. Okay, so this is the final answer. Now suppose you don't know this formula, okay, but you know the formula of this: profit person equal to profit by CP into 100. So suppose you don't know this formula but you know this formula, then how will you obtain this formula? I'll show you. So write profit person. You know that profit is what? Profit is SP minus CP, right? Divided by CP into 100. Now, in maths, okay, there is a term called transposing. Transposing means, suppose when you shift a number, suppose this is plus 3 and this is 1 plus 3, okay, and this is x plus y. So suppose when you try to shift this plus 3 into this side, okay, in this side, then this sign will become minus. Okay, so that this is what transposing means. So when you transfer plus the other side, it will become as minus 3. Okay, so similarly when you change the multiplication, okay, when you shift the multiplication into the other side, then it will become division. Similarly, when you shift the division to the other side, it will become multiplication. Okay, so this is what transposing means. So we will use here. So this multiplication, okay, if you send 100 this side, okay, that means this will become as profit person divided by 100. Okay, so which remains as SP minus CP divided by CP. Now this part is done. So next part, profit person divided by 100. This one you can write it as this, right? SP by CP minus CP by CP, right? This and this is same. We're just making it into separate terms. So this CP will be cancelled and it will be 1, right? So that means profit person you're getting as profit percent divided by 100 equal to SP by CP minus 1. Now this minus, okay, this minus 1, you send it this side. So it will become what? So this will be, so I'll just write here. So I'll just write in this section. So this profit percent divided by 100. This minus, okay, you're shifting here in this side now. So this will become plus 1, right? We're transposing it. So what remains? SP by CP. Now this one you take it as LCM. So 100. Next, profit percent plus 100. So when you take LCM, this will be 100, right? Because nothing is there means always 1 is there. And then LCM of 100 and 1 will give you 100. And 1, how much is 100? 1 hundreds are 100, right? So 100 into 1 will give you hundreds. So that means SP equal to CP. Now you have to find SP, right? So SP, now CP, if you send this side, this will become what? Multiplication, right? So that means profit percent plus 100 divided by 100 into division will become multiplication equal to SP. Now this is the formula we got. Now you just do the arrangement. Okay, so this one you can write it as 100 plus profit percent divided by 100 into CP. This will give you as SP. Okay, this will give the SP. Now if you observe the formula, now if you observe this formula, okay, this formula and this formula, both are same or not? Same, right? So in case if you don't remember this formula but you remember this formula, okay, then with this formula also you can get the value of SP. Okay, so this is how we're obtaining this formula. We're just obtaining this formula from this formula. Okay, so just know the concept. It's not necessary that you have to go through all these procedures. In case this option, you use this option when you cannot remember this formula. Okay, now similarly when the question is telling you to find SP, okay, and then the loss percent is given, so instead of this plus for loss, okay, you just have to write 100 minus loss percent divided by 100 into CP. So when in the question there is loss percent given, just convert this plus here into minus, and instead of profit percent you will write loss percent. Okay, so that means you're getting two more formulas, right? Again, so this is how we solve profit and loss. So this is the concept behind these formulas. Okay, I hope that I'm clear with the explanation. Please let me know in the comment section whether you understand it or not. So now let's go forward with the next question. Now the next question is, upon selling a book for rupees 2100, a person incurs a loss of 12.5%. What will be the price that he should sell the book to earn a profit of rupees 25%? So in this question we have to find the selling price. So there are two parts, okay, in this question if you observe carefully. So upon selling a book of rupees 2100, a person incurs a loss of rupees 12.5%. So firstly we have to find out the cost price, right? Because this is the SP, okay, when the person is selling at the loss of rupees 12.5%. So we have to find the CP. The formula for CP when selling price and loss price is given as this one: 100 divided by 100 minus loss percent into SP. Okay, so this is the formula to find the cost price when loss percent and selling price is given. So if you put all the numbers, then it will be 100. We're solving only for the first part, okay, because we need a cost price first, right? So 100 minus loss is how much? 12.5%. This person you don't have to write. Into selling price is how much? 2100. Now if you solve this, you will get as 100 divided by 87.5 into 2100. Okay, now if you solve this, then your answer, you will get the cost price as rupees 24000. So this is the actual price of the book, right? This is the cost price. Now the question is asking at what price he should sell the book to earn a profit of rupees 25%. So we already know the formula to find the selling price when profit person is given. We're finding this, okay, because when we are supposed to find selling price, for that we know the formula is this, right? That is 100 plus profit person divided by 100 into cost price. So in this formula we know only profit person, we don't know what is cost price, right? So because of that we need to find the cost price first. So to find the cost price we will use this formula. Okay, now cost price is obtained by using this formula. Now to find the selling price, 100 profit person, so profit person is 25, right? Divided by 100 into cost price is how much? This one, 2400 equal to 125 divided by 100 into 2400 cancel. So 125 into 24 multiply, you will get it as rupees 3000. So this is the selling price. So when you sell the book, okay, at rupees 3000, then only you will get a profit of rupees 25%. So correct option is option number C. Now if you observe these two formulas, okay, if you observe this formula and this formula, so when it comes to cost price, okay, when you have to find the cost price when selling price and either loss or profit is given, then this part will become the ulta. Okay, so that means, see, you observe this. In cost price the 100 is below, right? But in selling price the 100 is below, but in cost price the 100 is above. And then in selling price this part is above and this part is below. Okay, so if you see these two formulas, then you just see, okay, in case of cost price, if you know the selling price formula, just make this selling price formula ulta. Okay, when you're supposed to find profit, okay, in cost price, you just make this one plus and profit person, the same thing that you did in this one, in this formula above. Okay, in the previous question I've explained you, right? So these are some of the formulas that you have to be aware of. Now from exam point of view, this is a very lengthy process. Okay, so when there is time constraint, there is another method of solving this type of questions. Okay, so the other method is, let me show you here. The other method of solving this type of question is, whenever you are considering percentage, okay, then the original price you have to consider it as 100%. So you're selling a book for rupees 21, you're selling a book for rupees 2100 at a loss of 12.5%, right? So that means the original price that you're selling it for is 100 minus 12.5% is how much? So it is 87.5%, right? So that means you're selling at 87.5%, yes or not, the book. So 87% is 2100, right? You're selling this book at 87.5%, yes or no? So the question is asking, at what price should he sell the book to incur a profit of rupees 25%? So you want from 100%, you want an extra 25%, right? So that means 100 plus 25 will give you how much? You have to sell the book at 125%, okay? to get the profit of 25%, right? So this is the equation, simple equation. If you know how to write this equation, the next step is cross multiply. That is 87.5 divided by 125 equal to 2100 divided by x. So this x, if you send upside, cross multiply, so x will be how much? So this 2100 will remain same. This 125 will go upside into 125 divided by this 87.5. So in maths, if you want to remove this point here, okay, after point, one digit, right? If you want to remove this point, then you just put another zero upside. That means this point is getting removed. So this point is removed now. Now just solve by normal multiplication. So if you solve this, then you will get the same value as 3000. Okay, so this is the short trick. Okay, this is, we solve this from percentage method. There is also a fraction method. So first clear the concept. After that, if you know this is the traditional method of solving the sums. Okay, so some people prefer by solving with traditional method, but if you know the traditional method, then you can practice this type of solutions, okay, because it will help you save time. Okay, if you didn't understand this, you try to watch this video again. Okay, and then even if you still don't understand this, then let me know in the comment section. So next question, when a plot of land is sold for rupees 18700, that is 18,700, the owner loses 15%. So at what price must the plot be sold in order to gain 15%? This is a similar question to the previous question, but in this question we won't use the traditional method, but we will try to use the shortcut method. Okay, so a plot of land is sold at 15% loss. So from 100%, if you subtract 15%, you will get how many? You will get 85%, right? So that means the plot of land is being sold at 85% for how many rupees? 18700. Now, the question is asking at what price must the plot be sold in order to gain a 15%. So from 100%, if you want to gain 15% extra, then it will be 115, right? So 115%, you don't know this, so we have to find out. So 115% is how much? So after getting this equation, just do cross multiplication. That is 85 by 115 equal to 18700 divided by x. So you send the x upside. So that means this division will become multiplication. This 1870 will just be as it is, into this 115 will go upside, right? So that means 115 divided by this 85 will come downside. So this will be 85. Now, if you if you solve this, then you will get the final answer as rupees 25300. Okay, just solve and try to see, you will get the same answer. See, 5 ones are 5 sevens are 5 twos are 3s are, right? Now 17 1100 is 18700. Okay, so that means 1100 into 23 will give you how much? 23 11 3 2 3 2 2 5 3 2 zeros, so 2 zeros. Okay, so you're getting the same answer, right? If you know the concept, okay, then this method is much more easier than the traditional method because it helps us save time. So we'll try to solve a similar question, same as this one. So let's proceed with the next question. I request every one of you to try solving this sum, okay, by pausing this video, and you see whether you're getting the same answer or not. So in this question, a fruit seller sells mango at rupees 9 per kg and he incurs a loss of 20%, right? So at what price per kg he should have sold them to make a profit of 5%? So he is selling at a loss of 20%. So from Full percentage, we're considering it as 100. So 100 minus 20% is how much? 80%. So he's selling it at 80%, right? So that means 80% is rupees 9. Now he wants to sell at a profit of 5%. So profit of 5% means 100 plus 5 will give you 105, right? So you have to find at what price should he sell so that he'll get a profit of 5% extra. So just to cross multiplication, equal to 9 by x. So x will go upside here, 9 will remain as it is, 80 will come down, and 105 will go up. So if you solve this, you will get as x equal to rupees 11.8125. Okay, if you solve this, you will get the value of x as rupees 11.8125. So the shopkeeper has to sell the mangoes at rupees 11.81 so that he'll get a profit of rupees 5%. Next question. Raju has purchased an item for rupees 8200 and he has sold it at a gain of 25%. From that amount, he purchased another item and sold it at a loss of rupees 20%. So what is his overall gain or loss? So in this question, we have to find whether it is gain or loss. So there are two cases here. So in the first case, Raju has bought an item for rupees 8200. So that means this is the CP, and then he sold it at a gain of 25%. So we have to firstly find the SP, right? So in this question, so this is case 1. In case 1, we have to find the SP. So SP formula is 100 plus profit percent divided by 100 into CP. So 100 plus profit percent is 25%, right? In the first case, divided by 100 into 8200. So this will be 125 divided by 100 into 8200. So if you solve this, 0 cancel, 0 cancel. So 125 into 82 will give you rupees 10250. So this is the first case. Now, Raju, after selling it at a gain of rupees 25%, okay, he from that amount means now in this case, this SP becomes in case 2, okay, in case 2, the SP becomes the CP. Okay, so let me explain you. Suppose this is Asin. This is Maran. This is Zuben. Okay. Now, so Asin, she bought something at rupees 100. Okay, say she bought a book at rupees 100 and then she sold it at rupees 200 to Marin. Now Marin, he sold this book again to Zuben at rupees 300. So that means for Asin, for this same particular book, the cost price is rupees 100, right? But for Marin, and then the SP will be rupees 200. But in case of Marin, he bought it at rupees 200, right? That means for Marin, the cost price will be rupees 200, and then Marin, he sold it for rupees 300. So that means the cost price is rupees 300, selling price is rupees 300 for Marin. Similarly for Zuben, he bought it at rupees 300. So that means his cost price is rupees 300, and then whatever amount he chooses to sell at, that will be his selling price, right? You can see in this question, the cost price and selling price is varying, right, from person to person. Similarly for Raju, he purchased an item for rupees 8200, okay, and then he sold it at a gain of rupees 25%. That means he sold it at rupees 10,250, right? So from this amount, he bought another item. So that means for the second item, this will be the cost price. That is 10250 will be the cost price. And then he incurred a loss of how many percent? That is loss percent is 20. So now we have to find the selling price. So selling price will be how much? The formula for selling price is when there is loss. Same formula with this, you just have to change the sign into loss percent divided by 100 into CP. I hope I'm clear with this one. This and this. Okay. So 100 loss percent is 20 divided by 100 into 10250. If you solve this, you will get as 80 by 100 into 10250. So you are getting the selling price as rupees 8200. So in this question, we are going to find the overall gain or loss. Okay. So from his business, okay, Raju's business. So is he getting loss or gain? So the initial investment was how much? The initial investment was rupees 8,200. Okay. And then the final amount that he received was how much? This is this one, the final amount. So if you see this, he is getting neither loss nor gain, right? So that means no loss nor gain. So that means option number D is the correct answer. If Raju had stopped here, okay, without purchasing the amount, that means he had a profit. But with that amount that he got in this one, he purchased another item and then he sold it at a loss of rupees 20%. Yes or no? That means he sold it at rupees 8,200. So that means whatever he invested in the beginning, this is same with this final price, right? So that means Raju has neither obtained any profit nor any loss. Okay. So this is what this question is talking about. We have to find his overall gain or loss. Okay. Now this is a similar question like the previous question. Now a shopkeeper sells one transistor for rupees 840, and then he gains how many? 20%, and then he sells another transistor for rupees 960, and then he gets a loss. Now in this question also we have to find the total gain or total loss. So that means this is the selling price, right? 840 is the selling price, and then this 960 is also the selling price. So we have the selling price in both cases, but we have to find the cost price. So for the first transistor, the cost price is how much? Formula, cost price 100 plus gain percent into selling price. Now 100 gain percent for first transistor is 20, right? 20 into selling price is 840. So this will be 100 divided by 120 into 840. So if you solve this, you will get it as 0 cancel. So 12 sevens are 84. Okay. So that means the first transistor's cost price is rupees 700. Now for the second transistor. For the second transistor, the cost price formula is 100 divided by 100 plus gain percent. For the second transistor, it incurred a loss, right? So that means minus loss percent into SP. So 100 minus loss is 100 minus 4 into SP is how much? SP is 960. So 100 minus 96 into 960. So 96 tens are. So that means the cost price of the second transistor is rupees 1000. So that means to find the overall loss or gain, we have to add the cost price of both the transistors. So cost price of both the transistor is cost price of both transistor is how much? 700 plus 1000 will give you rupees 1700, and then the selling price of both the transistor is rupees, selling price is 840 plus 960, right? 840 plus 960. So if you plus 840 plus 960, then you will get 1800. So if you compare the cost price and selling price, then that means you're getting a profit, right? So we're getting a profit. So we have to find the total gain or loss. So that means it is gain. So we have to find the gain. So in the given options, it is given in percentage. So that means we have to find the gain percentage. So gain percentage is how much? Gain divided by CP into 100, right? So this is the formula. So gain is SP minus CP. So SP minus CP will give you how much? 100. CP is how much? 1700 into 100. So 0, 0 cancel, 0, 0 cancel. So 100 divided by 17, you will get as 515 by 17%. So the correct option is option number B. So this is the correct option. So this is how we solve this type of problems. Okay. Now let's go to our final question for this particular video. So last question for this video. Mayank bought a camera and paid rupees 20 less than the original price. Okay. Now he sold it at rupees 40% on the price he had paid. The percentage of the profit earned by Mayank on the original price was. So we have to find the profit percentage in terms of the original price. Okay, so we have to be very careful of this question. So in this type of question, there is no cost price, there is no selling price, only percentages is given, yes or no. So in this type of cases, you just assume that let the original price equal to 100. Okay, so we're considering the original price is 100. So the cost price will be, so Mayank, he bought a camera and paid 20 less than its original price. So 100 minus 20 less than its original price will be how much? Minus 20% of original price we're considering as 100, right? So that means 100 minus 20 by 100 into how much? 100. So 100 cancel. So 100 minus 20 is 80. So Mayank, he bought the camera at rupees 80, right? So he sold it at 40% on the price he had paid. So selling price will be cost price. This is cost price plus 40% of CP, right? So plus 40% of CP is how much? 80. So 0, 0 cancel, 0, 0 cancel. So 80 plus 4 into 8 is how much? 32. So the selling price is 112. So this is the selling price. Now we have to find the profit percentage. So in other questions, okay, in the previous questions, we have find the profit as profit divided by CP into 100, right? So if we use this formula, then profit is how much? We're doing 112 minus 80 divided by CP is how much? 80 into 100, right? But if we use this formula, it will be wrong. Why? Because the question is telling you to find the profit percentage earned by Mayank on the original price. So an original price, we're considering it as 100, right? So that means the actual profit person as per this question will be profit person into 112 minus the original price we're considering as 100, right? Divided by 100 into 100. So this 100 cancel. 112 minus 100 will give you 12%. So this is the actual profit person as per the question. So if in the question it was not mentioned to find the profit percentage as per the original price, then we will just go with this formula, okay? But in the question it was mentioned, so we have to go with this one, okay? So you have to be very careful while reading the question. So these are some of the few sums, okay? in this particular video we have solved. Try to solve these sums by yourself, okay? And we'll continue in the next videos with more different types of sums related to profit and loss. I hope that this video will be helpful for your preparation in the upcoming exams. Thank you so much.